How you doing? Hope you're well this afternoon. Obviously the question we all want to know, it's great to see you back in the cage again. We've missed you a lot in there. First of all, how did you feel walking to the cage, because you haven't been there for a while, and then the feeling at the end of the fight?
I felt good. I felt very good. I've been saying this week, even though I've been away for 2.5 years, everything feels so familiar. You know, it's kind of like meeting an old friend after many years that you've known. It's just the same. You meet him and it's just the same as it was before. And even more this time, I felt like, I don't know if that's the case or if that was just me this time around, but I think the vibe here and behind, you know, in the O2 was like very calm, and everybody was quite chilled backstage and stuff. And yeah, I really enjoyed it, and obviously I enjoyed walking in front of the crowd and getting this win tonight, for sure.
Did you get that feeling back when you walked down then, you know, or did it even ever leave your body?
No, there was, because this song is a special song to me. This is the first song I used, and I was using it again tonight for the first time in a long time. And there was a time as I'm walking, there's a certain lyric in the sound that really got me goosebumps on the way in.
Because even though we know you're not from the UK, right, we see you as a Brit, you know, you fight here a lot. You know, what's the reception like you get from the UK fans today?
Yeah, it's phenomenal, and it's always been like this. I really appreciate it, and I love fighting here for the English fans.
I appreciate it. Congratulations, man.
Thank you very much.
Gunnar, you got back into the win column just over here.
Hey.
You got back in the win column tonight. Obviously, you were coming off those 2 losses.
Yeah.
But it's been a while, you know, like you said, since you've got back in there. What was the time away like? How did you utilise that time?
It's been a weird few years, I think, for everybody, and for me as well. I mean, it was hard to get a camp going during this time for me. It was hard to travel, and it was hard to get guys over to train with me, and, you know, training partners. It was, in the beginning, you know, the quarantine was like you came somewhere and you had to quarantine for like 14 days or something before you could do something, and then going back, it was another 14 days, and people weren't too excited about that, you know. So it's been tough, but I've just been spending more time with my family, spending more time coaching, you know, my team, building up the team back home, and yeah, I did the best I could with the time we had, and to be honest, I enjoyed it, even though I wasn't fighting.
You fought in London back in 2019. What did it feel like to be back here, and how did the atmosphere feel?
It was amazing, you know, it always is. I'm very happy I'm here for this is the first time in London since, yeah, it's always a crazy crowd, isn't it? I love it.
And you know, that event you lost a split decision to Leon Edwards. Leon's going to be fighting for the title now. What do you think about that fight? How do you think Leon does against Kamaru Usman?
I think he'll do really well. I think it's been a long journey for him, and I think he's deserved a title shot some time ago, probably, and I wish him all the best, to be honest.
Thank you.
Right in front of you. A lot of people are comparing the lead up to this to that Dublin card, where Conor won and you and everyone else were winning and all that kind of stuff. How can you compare those two, like this card and that card, especially with Paddy's reception here in London? A lot of people then are comparing it to that.
I don't really want to compare things too much like this, you know. There was a different, it was a different kind of vibe there, and especially because I had a lot of teammates fighting that night, and we all won our fights, and it was the first ever UFC in Dublin, if I remember correctly, and it was just like, it was insane, you know, it really was.
The broadcast also made it known that you've been in the UFC for 10 years now. You made your debut back in 2012 and 2022. So
yeah.
So is it just crazy to think that the last decade you've been a professional fighter in the biggest organization in the world?
Yeah, I've been a professional fighter for longer. But yeah, fighting for the UFC for 10 years, it's been a while, isn't it?
Gunnar, when we talk about the time away, you essentially set in the entire pandemic pandemic era, so you're one of the few fighters right now who hasn't fought in the empty arena, and you've returned to this big crowd tonight. Do you have any interest in trying out that atmosphere in the Apex and fighting without a crowd?
We're with no crowd?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, like, I've had this talk a few times with different people, like, it's interesting. I don't know if I really like it or not so much, but it would be interesting to try out for sure. It's definitely going to be different. It's going to feel like you bring in a sparring partner or something, you know?
And now that you've made your return, I mean, are you itching to do it again soon? What are you thinking in regards to the time frame?
Right now, I'm itching to get back in the gym, to be honest. Like, there was a few things that in there that I could feel and that are fresh in my mind. My body is really fresh, so I feel like I could train tonight, you know. There's no injuries, no nothing, you know. I'm fresh, so I'm looking forward to getting back to the gym and working, you know.
Thank you.
Something exciting going on.
Big flurry.
You missed a car crash.
It's a really good show. You can just commentate.
Yeah, commentate on it.
But what he thought.
Slow down now. Slow down. I think you missed it, Gunnar. There you were watching.
How do you feel about missing it?
I'm very thin.
Gunnar, his question for you. How do you feel watching the fights, you know, from a UFC fighter's point of view?
How do I like...
Like, we watch it as spectators, as media, you know, how do you, when you watch a fight, are you analysing it more, or what are you looking at? From a UFC fighter's perspective?
Yeah, I love watching fights, and like, sometimes it's tough when you have to stay awake. They're going at it now, aren't they? It's over?
Yeah.
Standing TKO.
Okay, no?
That was sick. That was sick. Absolutely smashing.
Well, what was the question again?
I don't even remember anymore.
Yeah, never mind. I like fights.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Who do you want to fight next?
Don't care, to be honest. Anyone?
Before you said that you wanted to fight Ponzinibbio again?
Yeah, of course. I've said that many times, and I can say it again. Yeah, if I can pick, it'll be him. Thanks, guys.
Make sure to subscribe to the LowKick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.